welcome to Sports Club. I'm Bryce Sparling, and you're not. Here's our Week 8. Here's our Week 8 NFL season. We're already here. We're looking back in Week 7. Thank goodness that's in the rearview mirror because I don't want to see football like that ever played again.
I'm sorry. He was telling me about this throughout the entire intro before the show, and it just still cracks me up. We're going to hit on a couple division matchups early on. Colts are actually playing the Titans in Tennessee this week. It's a 1 o'clock game. The last 18 matchups, the Colts have obviously won 13 out of the 18, but
makes sense.
When you have number 18 at quarterback, things change. 3 of the last 5 games at Tennessee has actually been separated by less than 3 points, which is kind of impressive for Tennessee is actually favored by 9.
That's a favor. I would take Tennessee with the points on that one, seeing as the Colts give up 62. That's right, folks. 62. That's closer to 100 than it is 0, which is disturbing. I would have to take the Titans and the points in this.
I'm going to take the Titans as well. Saints, who put up the 62, facing the 0-6 Rams. St. Louis is giving up 410 yards a game.
That's quality.
Breeze and company are licking their chops right now, just waiting on it. Believe it or not, okay, the line on this game, and this is NFL, mind you, the line on this game is Saints are favored by 16.
And that's away. That is a lot of points away in the NFL, folks. And this isn't necessarily who the smart people out in Vegas think's going to win. This is who the people think that they're going to vote most. So usually you don't see a big gap because they want to get as much money flowing into the casinos as possible. So they usually keep the lines pretty close. When you see a 16 line away in the NFL, that is ridiculous. That is just insane.
So if you couldn't tell, Bryce and I are telling you take the Saints and the points.
Yeah, absolutely. They could put up another 62 against this Rams defense. They looked just horrendous last week against the Cowboys.
Another 0-6 team going into the Week 8 is the 0-6 Dolphins. They're facing off against the Giants in the new Meadowlands Stadium. They're coming off a tough. The Dolphins are coming off a tough loss to Denver, an overtime loss. Giants are coming off a bye. Giants under Coughlin aren't actually as impressive coming off a bye as you'd think. They're only 5-3 since 2004.
Last time I checked, 5-3 was a winning record, which is a lot better than the Dolphins.
That being said, I'm taking the Giants.
I gotta take the Giants.
Vikings are facing the Panthers. Two
horrible.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out a good adjective for a team other than horrible, terrible.
Crappy.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Yeah. They are the Pittsburgh Pirates.
2 just crappy teams facing off against each other. Panthers are giving up 133 rushing yards a game, and they're facing Adrian Peterson, who's rushing 101 a game, which when you have a running back that's running over 100 yards a game,
that's very good in the NFL.
That's our fantasy pick for the week. Take Absolutely. Adrian Peterson right now.
If you can trade or he's free in your draft or he's free in your pool, take him. Do whatever you can to take him because I would have to venture he's going to go close to 200 yards in this game.
Carolina's favored by 4. Bryce, Matt, and Jeremy all have Carolina in this game. I'm actually going to take Minnesota just simply because I like the way Christian Ponder looked last week in his first start.
And I like teams that win, so I'm going to go with Carolina.
And I like Adrian Peterson running the ball, so I think that it's going to be a winning combination.
Adrian Peterson versus Cam Newton. All the other 10 players in the field don't matter.
The Cardinals are facing off against Baltimore in Baltimore this week, and Baltimore's coming off that terrible Monday Night Football game.
That was pitiful.
And the Cardinals are just a bad team right now. They're losers of 5 straight. The bright spots for the Cardinals have been
they won the first game.
They won the first game. Beanie Wells has been solid pretty much every week. However, he was actually out of the game, or he was taken out of the game late in the game last week. So I'm taking Baltimore. Bryce, on the other hand,
I'm gonna take Arizona. I know they got some stuff rolling there at the end of the Steelers game. I know the Steelers kind of mailed it in there at the end of the game. The Ravens didn't get anything going at all last weekend. They didn't get anything. I don't know. I think they had like 3 first downs all game.
11.
11 first downs?
Yeah.
Wow.
But,
that's impressive after the 0 first downs like the
but
first
yeah,
half.
They had 11 first downs, and the first one didn't come until the 5 minutes left in the third quarter
That's
last
pitiful.
week. So you got 11 first downs in just over 20 minutes.
Baltimore can't protect their quarterback. Look for Arizona to get to Flacco quickly in the game.
Jaguars, who were the other end of this Monday Night Football debacle, are facing off against Houston. Houston looks to have another solid game against a division opponent. In the past 2 games against division opponents, Houston has won by a combined score of 75-14. Take Houston.
Disturbing.
Houston is going to win this game.
75-14. That sounds really bad. Saints almost put up that in one game. Yeah, look for Andre Johnson. I know we said this last week, and I thought he was going to be back this week, but look for Andre Johnson to come back this week. He's supposedly supposed to be playing in this game. We'll see, though. But you have to take Houston. You'd be stupid not to.
The teams that are on byes this week are going to be Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay, Oakland, the Jets, and Tampa Bay. Mm-hmm. So those fans that are watching, thank you for continuing to watch. But
thank goodness Atlanta's not playing. We can watch another team rather than the Falcons at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, this is true. The Redskins are facing off against the Bills in Toronto at 4:05, which is another international game, back-to-back weeks. Buffalo is favored by 6. Who you got?
I got to go with Buffalo. Redskins are just so bad. I mean, they have Beck at quarterback. You can't put much stock in him. They just lost their starting running back. I'm going to have to go with Buffalo.
I agree. The Lions are facing off against the 2-4 Broncos. Tim Tebow had a good, 6 minutes left in his fourth quarter and overtime?
Yeah.
But before that, before the fourth quarter, he had 40 yards total passing. Mm-hmm. So,
quality. Yeah,
the Lions are coming off of a tough loss against the Falcons from last week.
Loss. I think they're going to be drained.
Detroit's favored by 4. I've got the Lions in the game.
I'm going to have to go with Denver. You can't pick against Jesus, man. When Jesus starts at quarterback, you got to pick Denver. Now, I'm going to see how Matthew Stafford.
Wow.
Matthew Stafford right now is day to day. I just kind of want to see how his injury progresses over the week. And Denver right now is my early pick. That pick could change closer to Sunday, though.
Patriots are at the Steelers, which is probably the premier game of the week right now. New England has won 6 of the last 8 against Pittsburgh. They're favored by 3. Tom Brady's coming off of a bye last week. You have to think, even though Big Ben had a solid week at 7, you have to think Tom Brady's going to...
Brady and Belichick, after a bye week, that's dangerous. That's dangerous juju. You give them 2 weeks to prepare for a team. Having said that, I'm going to have to take the Steelers. That Steelers D, when they're at home and that crowd gets to going, maybe it'll be a little cold, little snow flurries, man. That's a tough place to play. I'm going to have to go with the Steelers in that one.
The Browns are at the 49ers. The 49ers are... Excuse me, I can't speak for some reason. 49ers are coming off of a bye from last week.
Sports Club. The Hispanic Sports Club is an hour from now.
Okay. The Browns are at the 49ers. The 49ers are coming off of a bye. The 49ers in the new NFL power rankings from ESPN are ranked 4th. I think it's justified. The team's actually been playing solid football.
They've been winning games. They're 5-1. Their defenses look terrific. They got a really good running game. That quarterback, I just can't put faith in Alex Smith. This league is a quarterback-driven league. You look at Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, Drew Brees. This is a quarterback-driven league, and Alex Smith is not an NFL quarterback. He's not a premier NFL quarterback. The 49ers look good. They look the bill. I think they're going to win that division out there, but don't look for them to win a playoff game.
I think the 49ers are actually going to win the division by a landslide. They could actually sew it up here in the next week or so, because one or two more wins, it's over in the division.
They might be the first team to seal a playoff berth.
And and I'm going to say this early on, we're going into week 8. Look for the 49ers to actually be either a number 1 or number 2 seed, depending on Green Bay.
I wouldn't doubt them being a number 2 seed. I wouldn't doubt that one bit. Yeah.
The Bengals are facing off against Seattle, and again, we're talking a terrible Seattle team. The Bengals tied for second in the division right now with Baltimore, which is saying something because Andy Dalton is coming off from an outstanding senior season at TCU. He's coming in. Marvin Harrison has come out and said, this is everything runs through Andy Dalton.
That's smart. Offense. That's smart. You're going to be decent this year. They have a 4-2 record. You're going to be all right. You have a good running back. But to make everything run for him, just throw everything on him as a rookie, that's smart. That's what that's what the Colts did with Peyton Manning. It's definitely paid off for him here in the long run.
And it's what the Panthers are doing with Cam Newton.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of rookie quarterbacks out there that are getting some playing time this year. The Cowboys in the Sunday night game are facing off. Your Cowboys are facing off against Philly. A
Yep.
tough division game on a Sunday night in Philly. Eagles have won 12 straight games coming off of
I know.
a bye.
Yep.
Who you got?
I got to go with the Eagles. I'm a Cowboys fan through and through. Eagles at home, 8:20 start. They have a bye. Andy Reid, I don't care what you say about him. He's one of the greatest coaches in the NFL right now. He gets 2 weeks to game plan against the team. He's just as dangerous as Bill Belichick. We'll just have to see if Mike Vick can follow the game plan that Andy Reid drew up. But yeah, right now I'm going to have to go with the Eagles on this one.
I've got the Eagles too. Eagles are favored by 4. Finally, the Monday night game, the Chargers at the Chiefs. Again, it's one of those games that when ESPN first started sliding in, okay, we want this game, we want this game, we want this game. You're thinking, okay, the Chiefs are coming off an outstanding 2010 season. They've got to be a pretty good team.
Yep.
Chiefs haven't been good this year. I mean,
They've
they're 3-3,
underachieved.
with 3 of their wins coming. Late.
Yeah.
The Chargers are 4-2. They're coming off of a really rough loss against the Jets last
They really
week.
let that one go. They had that game, and they let the Jets come back on them.
San Diego's favored by 4 on the road right now. I'm going to take San Diego and Mike Tolbert.
Yeah, I'm going to take San Diego and Mike Tolbert. You get that big dump truck rolling around there in the end zone, he'll put up some good points for you.
But that's it for Week 8. Bryce and I will be back again next week. Hopefully Matt and Jeremy will be back. Please check us out on Twitter at Sports Club NFL. And if not, check us out on our Facebook profile and like us if you don't mind. Tell your friends, family, coworkers, neighbors. We don't care. We enjoy people that love the NFL.
And this is all for the fans. If y'all have any questions, comments, or anything, just shoot it to us on our Facebook or Twitter. I'm on it pretty much 24/7. Whenever we get an update on Facebook or Twitter, it sends to my phone. And I mean, unless I'm asleep, I'll usually answer it. So if any questions y'all have, just send it to us, and we'll probably answer it.
But as for me, I'm Billy, and this is Bryce. This is Week 8. We'll see you later, guys.
You stay classy, Atlanta.